Morning, Rocksteady boxing boxers. Welcome to session 11. We've got a bright, cool day outside, so hopefully you've been taking advantage of it the last couple of days. Okay, so what we're going to do today is do some basic flexibility stretching, something that's going to be helpful for your shoulders, for your back, and the neck, especially the hip flexors, the ones that are affecting your hamstring and also your quads. So we're going to be affecting those. So hopefully you feel invigorated and powerful. I know you can't see my socks, so I'm going to lay on the ground and show you what it says. So hopefully you can see that it says I am crushing it, and that's what I want to expect from each and every one of you guys, that you are crushing it, that you're better than this coronavirus can ever do to you. And as long as you feel powerful and flexible and strong, we're gonna beat this. So that's what it's all about. Never mind about the immunocompromised situation. You know you guys are good and that you're exercising, and that's the way to beat the coronavirus. Okay, so we're going to get started on our stretching, flexibility stretching. So what I want you to do is this is hand-assisted flexibility stretching for your neck. Very basic, but what I want you to do is I want you to take your hand, wrap it around your head, and slowly bring that neck down to the right side. Stretches for 30 seconds, okay? So we're gonna pull it down. It's hand assisted. Just relax, relax, relax. Allow that right ear to touch that shoulder. It's not gonna get that far. You can feel the stretching right along here. There's a muscle here. It's a big, long name, but for some reason I seem to remember. It's called the sternocleidomastoid. And that's the major muscle that's on the left side and the right side of your head, and it allows for you to be able to turn to the left and turn to the right, and this is the muscle that's affected. So you want your shoulders down, okay? All right, so 30 seconds are up to the right side. Now, before we get to the left side, turning over to the left side, I want you to be able to drop your shoulders. So we're gonna do 3 shoulder drops to make sure that those shoulders are all the way down. When the shoulders are all the way down, then we're gonna stretch the neck going the opposite direction. All right, ready? So shoulders are up and down to the back. Going forward and back, drop. Last one, inhale, round it out, and exhale. Good. In that position, then we're gonna make sure that our left hand is guiding your head toward the left side and just being able to relax. You can feel the stretching right there for 30 seconds. That's what I want you to do. Being able to stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. All the way down for 30 seconds, as far down as you can go. So do this in a standing position and being able to pull on that right side. You can feel that stretching for 30 seconds. Perfect. 5 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work, guys. Okay, so from the neck, then we're going to go to your knees. I want you to be able to sit on your knees, and I'm going to give you some options in case this gets to be difficult and you cannot do it because of the knee situation, or maybe a thigh stretch or injury of some sort. But here's what I want you to do. Okay, so I want you to drop down and sit on your haunches if you can. Okay, so this is the position that I want you to attain. Shoulders are out, neck is planted firmly between your shoulders, and then I want you to place your hands back over here. I know you can't see them, but I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to interlace my fingers like this. Hopefully you can see it in the video. I'm going to be facing you guys, but also turning to the side. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. We're going to be sitting on your haunches, and your arms are going to be back here as we try and stick your chest out, okay? So I'm going to be sitting on my haunches, and I'm going to pull my shoulders back like this, sticking your chest out as much as you can, okay? Being able to do this all the way up. Hold that stretch for 30 seconds, okay? So I'm going to turn over to the other side so you can see how to do it on the other side. But now this is an option that you guys can develop instead of sitting on your haunches, because this might be difficult. What I want you to do is I want you to sit in this position, okay? Chris, sit cross-legged, and then take your hands and then be able to pull them up, 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 as far back as you can, okay? Do that for 30 seconds. If that still proves to be a little bit difficult, then what I want you to do is I want you to turn your feet inward and do that same thing. Stick your chest out, turn your legs inward, and being able to stretch those shoulders, trying to pop out your chest. That's the basic essence in this, okay? So 30 seconds with those 3 options. Okay, so now that we've got into the shoulders, now we're going to go into the child's pose, okay? So I want you to drop down onto your knees and try and put your belly in between your knees as we're headed downward, okay? So we're going to be breathing in and out. You can't see that, but that's what the general aim is to do. Okay, so I want you to get down into this position, child's pose, being able to put your forehead on the floor and swing. So getting into that position for 30 seconds, I want you to extend yourself fully with your arms and with your fingertips reaching out for further distance, going out in front of you. So the aim is trying to get your arms as long as possible, sitting in that position. If that position is too difficult to attain, you don't have to sit back on your haunches, but you can do this position like this. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me doing this better. So instead of sitting down all the way, I want you to be able to come up and do this shoulder stretch, okay? That's perfectly good, because that will move you into the next stretch that I have. So I'm going to stay in this position on the side, and I'm going to come down all the way, and I want you to attain that position for 30 seconds, okay? So like this, reaching out with your fingertips on the mat as far back as you can. Okay, so do that for 30 seconds. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into that same position, but we're going to do a shoulder stretch. So as I do this, you're not going to be sitting on your haunches, but your butt and your thighs and hamstrings are going to be pointing up, and my right hand is going to go out into a 45-degree position, aiming obliquely, whereas the left hand, the palm is going to be down as if you were going to do a push-up. Hold that position for 30 seconds. I think most of you can do this, and then we're going to come up, and then we're going to do it just the opposite. The left arm, left hand will reach out 45 degrees on the mat, and my right palm, the palm of my right hand, will be in this position as if it was getting ready to do a push-up, okay? So let's do the left shoulder stretch first. So we're gonna come down into this position. Stretch that right arm all the way out. Your butt is straight up. Okay, so that's, I want you to lengthen it. That's not exactly 30 seconds, but you get the general idea of what we want to do. Now, we're going to stretch the other arm. So The left arm is going to stick out 45 degrees. The right hand is going to be in that push-up position. And your legs are going to be perpendicular to the ground. So your knee is on the mat and your butt is directly aligned under that knee. Okay? All right, so here we go. All the way down for 30 seconds. Okay, so what your immediate sensation or feeling that you have in that shoulder is that as you are creeping outward in that 45-degree position for both the right position and the left position, you want to feel a stretch. If you feel a stretch and a little catch maybe in that shoulder, then you're stretching those ligaments. So basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to pair out. We're trying to discover where the joints are, where the ligaments are supporting that particular shoulder joint, because if we don't exercise it, they become immobile, they become brittle, and they don't allow us to move. I realize that most of you have some kind of arthritis. I do that myself, and you'll feel a little bit of crunching on that shoulder. That's perfectly normal. It's called crepitus, and it happens to most everybody as we start aging and our bodies get stiffer. So this is all about flexibility training and trying to get those ligaments and tendons to be a little bit more spriteful, okay? So that's what this is all about. Okay, so now we've stretched the shoulders. Now we're going to go into a position for, okay, so we're going to go into the upward dog position. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to come down into this position where we were before, down, and then we're going to come up, upward dog, all the way down, all the way up. Breathe in as you're coming up, breathe out as you're coming down. Three more. Good work on those stretches. All right, very good. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to lay on your back, okay? And I want you to bring your knees into your chest and take your arms and bring those knees closer into your chest, and we're going to be rolling ever so slightly toward the back, toward the front, okay? So I'm going to be laying to the side so you guys can see what position I'm attaining. But basically, I want you on your back, knees together, and bring them in towards your chest with the assistance of your hands wrapped around them, okay? So it looks something like this. We're just going to do this about 5 rolls, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, okay? So it looks something like this. Bring your knees together. Your hands, arms are wrapped around your knees, and we're just going to roll. Squeeze in and roll back. Squeeze in and roll back. Squeeze into your chest and then push yourself outward. All the way back. Squeeze your knees to your chest and then push back. Release. Squeeze and release. One more. Squeeze and release. Good. Good. Now for some of you that may not be able to wrap those arms around the knees, this is what I want you to do. Instead of bringing both of them here, you're just going to take one hand or both hands and then wrap around that knee and squeeze one at a time. 1, squeeze again, 2, squeeze again, 3 until you get to 5, and then alternate with the other leg. So you want to bring your fingers, interlace your fingers in just below and in front of that knee, okay? Squeeze in, and squeeze in again, squeeze in, and then you can feel the difference between the right knee and the left knee. So the one that is more, that is tighter, that's the one you should begin with first, just so that you can stretch that one out first before you stretch the one that is more common for you to use, okay? All right, so now we're on your back, and what I want you to do is, okay, so we're gonna do a right knee to left shoulder stretch, okay? So I'm gonna be facing this direction. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay on my back, spread my feet out like this, okay? And I'm gonna bring my right knee in toward my left shoulder. This knee to this shoulder. So what I want to do is I want you to be able to bring it in and then turn it inward. In and release. Again, turn it in and release. Turn it in and release. So the right knee is approximating that left shoulder, okay? So try and bring it in, squeeze, and release. So inhale now, and exhale as you're squeezing it. 2 more, ready? Inhale and squeeze. And again, squeeze. Okay, I'm going to turn the other way so that you can see me doing the same scheme with the left knee to that right shoulder. Okay, so keeping your legs in this position, I want you to bring that left knee toward that right shoulder. Again. 2. Again. 3. 2 more. 4. And 5. Good work. All right. So there was that shoulder rotation that I talked to you about. Okay. So we're going to take 5 more minutes to do these flexibility stretches, and then we're going to get some water and then continue with that boxing. Okay? All right. So now, here's what I want you to do. Okay. So, we're going to try this maneuver. This one's called the hip swivel, okay? So, what I want you to do is I want you to be seated in this position, okay? And what I want you to do is to bring that right knee towards the left foot. So, it's going to look like this. Knee in and out. Now, the left knee will approximate and see if you can touch the ground close to the right foot. And swivel, okay? So once again, that hip swivel movement is not so much for the knee, but it's for the right hip, okay? And so being able to turn and twist in this direction is going to be useful. So some of you that can't, put a block over here or some other type of thing, sort of like a Pilates block or some kind of a padding that is small, maybe a couple of wadded up towels would work, and try and drop that inside of that knee on that wrap, okay? So you'd have to go all the way down to the ground. You can just go right about there, and that will do that stretch. As long as you feel that stretch right there, that hip flexor, the left hip flexor, that's where we're trying to stretch. So try and do it as, you know, if this is as much as you can do, that's fine. Okay? By the time you do the 12th one, it will be a lot more loose. And so you alternate bringing the right knee down and up, the left knee down and back up again. Okay? Right knee down, left knee down until we get to 12. We've got 4 more to do. 1, and 2 and 3 and 4. Good stretch. Excellent stretch, you guys. So take your time. Don't do it as fast as I did. Take your time like I said, it's all about stretching that hip, but also that knee. It might take you, 20 seconds for that left knee to drop and touch the mat or the wadded up towels. But whatever it takes, that's what you want to take. You can just pause it and as you're viewing the video to be able to attain that. But I want you to be able to switch from left knee to right knee, from right knee to left knee until we get 12 in, okay? All right, now, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do a yoga plie squat. So we're gonna do 3 of these, and what I want you to do is I want you to put your fist down in between your legs. First thing that we need to do is this. We're going to get into what's referred to as a plie position. So your feet are pointing at a 45-degree angle, okay? And we're gonna squat. So you want to be able to space those heels out a little bit further out than your hip, shoulder width apart. And then what we're gonna do is as we're going down, I want you to be able to put your fist on the mat if at all possible. If you can't reach the mat with your fist, then I suggest you take another rolled up towel, maybe take a couple of washcloths, fold them over, maybe 3 of them, depending on how high you want to go or how low you want to go, and just put them under your right fist and left fist. You'll see what I'm talking about when I do this. So we're going to do, well, I said 3, but you'll get the idea. So I want you to be able to come down in this position and then bring your fist and then push up. Okay, that's 1 with that 1 plie squat. You're gonna come down, and this is where you put the padding on the mat. You're gonna come down again and push upward, push. That's it, 2 and 1 more. Fist to the mat, here we go. All the way down, bend and push. Good, okay, so those are our yoga plie squats, okay? And I've just done 3 of those, but really what I'd like for you to do is to kind of move into the 6 range, being able to do 6 plie squats, okay? So if I'm gonna do 2 more, and I'm gonna demonstrate various depths as to how far you can go. If this hurts your knees, you don't have to go down all the way, just go down that far and then come back up. Remember, as you're going down, you want to feel like there is a rod that goes from the top of your head to your lower sacrum, way down here, past lumbar area, okay? So I don't want you to fall over forward. If anything, I want you to fall backward if you lose balance. But your feet are in that plie position, so you go down as little or as much as you want. Now I'm gonna go down a little bit deeper and pretend that I have pads or rolled up washcloths on the floor, okay? So I'm gonna go down a little bit deeper, and right about here, push upward, okay? So once again, we're gonna come down and push upward, rolled up towels underneath, okay? All right, so now, last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of a twist. So we're gonna add a twist to it, okay? And I'm gonna do these first for those of you that can, and for those of you that are having a little bit difficult time with this, I'm gonna suggest something else. Okay, so hold on while I do this. Okay, so you're gonna come down in that same position, that plie squat, that yoga squat position. And so you're gonna place your hands here on the inside of that knee with that plie squat, and then what I want you to do is I want you to turn inward like this, turn inward, bring that shoulder in toward the midline, and then come back and twist the other way. You're still facing the front, the shoulder is in, and shoulder is in again, twist, and 4, 5, 6, I'm gonna go to 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so for those of you that can't go that low, and we're going to go off to the side, this is an alternative, the alternative move, okay? So instead of your hands coming here, what I want them to do is I want them to come out in front, okay? Out in front and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this arm comes all the way out to the side. You still have the same shoulder that's pointing in the middle between both knees. Okay, so that's a please squat with the twist. Okay, so you can twist not at all, or you can, twist to one side. Okay, all right. So those are some alternative exercises to help you with that flexibility. Okay. So hopefully you got a grasp of what this is all about. You're going to feel your thighs on the inside, especially, that they're going to be pretty well used up by the end of this workout, because we did some stretching for the hip flexors, for the knee, for the inside, internal rotation of the hip, external rotation of the hip. So these are the kinds of things that we're going to do when we are boxing. So this is a prelude to what to expect, okay? All right, so good time to get some water, and also to lace up your wraps around your hands, and then we're gonna put the gloves on and get ready to box, okay? So good times to do so. So go ahead and let's drink. And lace up your gloves. Okay, so today's workout will involve the use of your legs quite a bit, and a little bit of a turning rotation. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got my gloves on. Okay, I've got my gloves on, and so what I want to do is to get into the position where you have basically 2 bags on either side of you, okay? And so what I want you to do is this. We're gonna drop both your elbows out here like this onto the bag. So it's gonna look, let's try it over here first, so I think you can see this a little bit better. Okay, so what I want you to do is, as we're approaching the bag, I want you to be able to drive that elbow in and out. That's it. In, out. In, out. That's it. Good. Keep it going. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we did that to the elbows. Now, we're going to do that same thing for the knees. Okay, we're going to do 12 stretches with the knees. Now, if you have one of these bags, hold on to it and then be able to bring your knees in. 1, 2, again, lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the majority of people don't have those bags. So here's what I want you to do, okay? So for this to happen, you want to have an internal rotation of the knee. And that's what we were practicing when we were doing the flexibility routine that I just showed you. So what I want you to do is, and this is crucial when you do the kicks, and that's why this is important. It helps to externally rotate the hip outward, and internal rotation to get it upward, okay? That's really important. Okay, so all right, so here's what we're gonna do. So same thing looking at this. Okay, so I want you to be able to drop that knee internally, turn it in, and then out. Now the left leg. Knee in and back out. Right knee in, back out. Turn it inward, back out. There's 4. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12, okay? Now, the workout today is in regards to your balance, which is key to what we have to do, is to be able to balance as much as possible, okay? So we're gonna be focusing on that balance routine. So we're gonna try this and see how we do, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to stand on the left leg and be able to deliver 2 punches, a right and a left, as you're standing on that one leg, okay? So here we go. One leg, okay? Bring the knee up, and I want you to punch twice. Right, left, and then bring it back down. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stand only on my right leg, and I'm going to throw 2 blows, a left and a right, okay? So here it goes. My leg is up, left, right. Now, an alternative mode that you can do this is like this. Now, can you watch as I curl my right leg around the left in this fashion, but my toe, the toe here is not touching anything, but it's just wrapped around my left ankle, okay? In this position, then I'm gonna throw. So I'm balancing on my left leg, so then I throw left and a right, 2 punches, okay? Now, I'm gonna do this with the other leg. Right leg, and I'm curling my left toe around that ankle, but I'm not touching the floor. I've just got it wrapped around that finger. All this does is add more weight to my right leg, my left leg wrapped around there, kind of like a cobra, really nice and tight, and then throw 2 punches, a right and a left, okay? Now, another alternative that you can do if that still proves to be difficult for you is like this. I don't know how well you can see this on the video, but what I want you to do is I want you to bring your right leg behind it and tap your toe just to the left of that left ankle that's on the floor. So your toe is on the floor, and now you can do this. Right, left, okay? Do it again, back the other way. The left leg is wrapped around the right ankle and touching the ground for stability, and then I throw my punches. Left, right, okay? So those are the alternatives that you can use to be able to do this workout, okay? Another one that you can do also as you're throwing the punches is, instead of your leg to be up in this fashion, you can always draw it back behind you like this and see if that's not any easier as you're throwing the punches, okay? So right leg up or left leg up, whichever one serves your purposes, okay? So we did this with basically 2 punches for every position that we were in, okay? Now I want you to be able to throw 3 punches when you're standing on one leg, okay? So it looks like this. I'm gonna put myself up just with the left leg, bring my right leg up. Now I'm gonna throw 3 punches, starting with the left punch, left leg up. I'm gonna throw it with that one. So I'm gonna throw it left, right, left, okay? Now I'm going to stand on my right leg and do that same thing. Okay? So right here, right leg, right. So 3 punches as I'm standing on one leg. Okay? All right, so this is what it'll look like if you're not hitting into a bag. So I'm going to throw my leg back over here like that. I showed you all the different positions. So left, right, left. And the idea here is as you're throwing the punch, as you're making that push out position, I'm still holding balance, okay? I'm going to do with the right leg. So the right leg is here, pull it back, and then I'm going to go left, right, left. 3 punches. That's what I want you to do. So kind of look over this tape and find out which one of these you'd like to do, and maybe you can advance from, you know, the fully supported position like this to maybe the one where you're not touching the ground but just lifting it up. Okay, so whichever you prefer, those are the 4 positions that I'd like for you to do. So we did 3 punches for every standing position. Now we're going to go with 4 punches. Okay, so let's go with 4 punches. So it's going to get a little bit trickier. Okay, so right leg up. You're standing only on the left. Now we're going to go with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Now I'm standing only on the right leg, throwing 4 punches. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. So now we did 4 punches. Now I'm going to show you how to be able to do this when you don't have a bag to punch, but out here. Okay? So you're going to be moving in this direction, and you're going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4. So each time you throw that punch, your brain is trying to figure out, well, how hard is this arm extended, and how far should I configure? So you're using everything. You're using your knee joint, your hip joint, your shoulders. That's why boxing is such a good exercise for everybody, not just people with Parkinson's, but with everybody. It's good upper body and left and lower body positioning so that you can throw punches awkwardly, because the perfect punch never comes. You have to keep working and working and working with balance, with coordination, and be able to build and develop your own repertoire that works for you. And ultimately what you want to do is you want to get yourself into a good frame of mind that even when you're off balance, you still have power. And that's the beauty of this, is that you have to keep practicing and practicing until we get better positioning, better balance, and it's not a downward spiral, but it's a spiral that we can work with. We can aspire to become better. So we did 4 punches. Now we're going to go, ultimately we're going to go to 6, but let's go to 5 first, okay? So 5 punches for every standing position. Here we go. Standing on one leg, we're going to go with 5 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now, I'm going to stand on my right leg, and we're going to start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. So 5 punches. We're going to do this with this position here. So I've got my right leg wrapped around my ankle, my left ankle. I'm going to throw 5. 1, 2, 3. I only made it to 3. Let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. Curl it around the right ankle, and we're going to throw the punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, when you're in this position and you're curling it, you can feel your right toes digging onto the mat for balance. And that's okay. That's why this is a good idea, to be able to take off your shoes, take off your socks, maybe have some socks on, and you can actually feel more of the mat with your toes. And I want you to have that feeling and perception. We can't always do that when we're walking with shoes, because shoes right now give you so much stability and so much ankle support that you hardly have to use it. So taking off your shoes and working this at home is a great idea to get a good workout, especially going up and down stairs. You can use that, you can do that barefoot, course, you can't go very fast because I don't want you sliding, but use a banister to help you get down, and especially if we're going up. Okay, we did 5. Now we're going to continue, and we're going to go to 6, balancing on one leg. All right, so here we go. Balance. I'm standing only on my left leg. Now go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now we're going to go 6, bouncing only on the right leg. Here we go. Ready? And 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay. Now we're going to do this over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my right toe to be able to curl it and put it on the ground. Okay, so in that somewhat balanced in a precarious position, I'm going to be able to throw those 6 punches. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the other way. Left leg curled around the right ankle. My foot is on the mat, and I'm going to throw those punches. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So some of you that have a bag, you'll notice that when you're throwing the punches, it actually prevents you from falling. Okay? That's another aspect of boxing, and boxing with a bag, boxing with gloves, is that when you exert pressure onto the bag, you're actually using that pressure to help you stabilize yourself. It's just a way of purposely throwing yourself into an out of balance position and then correcting it. What's good about boxing is that when you throw your punch out in a certain calibrated version, you can either throw it easy, medium, or hard. That immediately translates to being able to work with your brain, because your brain is doing that calibrating and it knows how hard you push onto that bag and how much out of balance you're going to be. Sometimes it catches up with it and sometimes it doesn't. So that part of that brain is not working well with folks with Parkinson, so we need to be able to simulate it so that we can work with these drills, trying to make it better each time. So 6 may be a little bit too tough or too difficult. Maybe 3 would be something that you can work with. But a little bit goes a long way, so that's very helpful. Okay, so now we're out of that balance for right now. So now here's what I want you to do. I want you to use both of these bags. I'm going to straighten this out just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now it's out of position. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this bag over here for the next drill, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a left jab, okay, and then a right kick. Now notice my foot, the way it's positioned. My foot is pretty much perpendicular to the wall, okay? And I'm going to throw my jab that way, and then when I come around with my right leg, I'm going to sweep. And my toe is going to dig into that mat as I do a roundhouse kick to the right side of that bag, okay? So it looks like this. In slow motion, jab, curl it back in. Now I'm coming forward and boom, okay? So my foot is going to be swiveling. It's going to start here, swivel off my heel as I bring my right leg out and hit the bag, okay? So left jab and then right side kick. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to do this 10 times and then we're going to reverse it and we're going to go the other direction, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to do 10 of these in succession. Here we go. Ready? Left jab, right kick. 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 3 more, guys, 3 more. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Okay, so my right hand got a little sloppy, and about the 7th one or 8th one, it kind of dropped back like this, okay? So what I want you to do is, as you're coming forward to throw that roundhouse kick, I want you to bolt and keep everything, gloves, and your upper body is going to swing to the side. As I'm swinging to the side, everything pushes toward the left, which is the position that I'm going to turn, to be able to hit that bag, okay? Now, I'm going to turn the other direction, and I'm going to throw a right jab and a left kick. So let me see if I can bring this bag over so I don't have to face away from you. Okay, I brought that a little bit closer in, okay? Now I'm going to demonstrate with throwing the right jab and the left side kick, okay? So we're going to throw 10 of these, and then I'm going to show you how to do this when you guys are at home, okay? Ready? Here we go. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. 8 more to go. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. 4 more, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate how to do this with you guys at home, okay? So this is going to be a little bit more difficult without the bag, but I'm going to show you what you can do to be able to get the same reprise. So basically what we're doing is, as we're throwing the left jab, you're kind of looking for a place to hit. And with that right leg, you're sweeping around, but you're also turning, external hip rotation, turning it to the inside to be able to throw that kick. Okay, I want you to remain upright, so that's the goal, is to not fall. But it's not going to be easy, so we're going to go through the movements, okay? So I'm going to do a slow motion one, and then we're going to get on to doing the 10. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Throw that left jab, and see how I'm leaning forward, in, I'm pulling back. Now the whole body goes out, boom, and it hits. You won't be able to turn as much as you did when you were hitting as if there was a bag in front of you, but I still want you to be able to lift that leg, okay, and being able to hit. So the practice that we did by balancing on one leg, balancing on the other, that becomes crucial, that becomes important. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 10 of those. Ready? Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Good, we got 5 more to go. Left jab, right kick. Remember to keep your dukes up. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Okay, we got 3 more. So for this to happen well, you guys have to make sure that when you finish the roundhouse kick, you come back into this position, because if you're kind of doing it too fast, it becomes a little sloppy, okay? So we got 3 more. So here we go. Left jab, right kick. Left jab, right kick. Once more. Left jab, right kick. Okay, good. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. Now we're going to throw that right jab and throw a roundhouse left kick, okay? All right, so here we go. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. Get into position again. 3 down, 7 to go. Right jab, left kick. Good. Right jab, left kick. Again. 5 more to go. Right jab, left kick. Right jab, left kick. Guys getting the idea of how to do this? That's what we want to do. Extend that right jab, boom, follow through with a left kick. 2 more, right, left. Right jab, left kick. Good, good. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So working with that is gonna be very important. Okay, now we're gonna do a very quick punching routine. Very simple. We're gonna start with 12 punches on this side, go to 11, go back over here to 9, then 8, 7, 6 until we get to 1. It's going to be a quick little routine. It won't last very long, but I want you to get into the knack of traveling from one back to the other and take about 4 spaces to go from left to right. Okay, so we're going to start with 12. All right, ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Side to side. Now it's 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Side to side, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side to side again. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Back over here. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to this side again, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Side to side, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Side to side again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side to side, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Side to side, 1, 2, 3. Last 2, 1, 2. Last punch, right. Okay, there we have it. From 12 to 1. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, good. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with this bag and then go to this bag, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to be able to throw the right, not the side kick, but the right front kick. Right front kick and throw 2 punches, okay? So you're going to throw a right front kick and then throw 2 punches, come back over here. This is going to be the right side, this is going to be the left bag, okay? So the left bag, you're going to throw 1 left front kick and then 2 punches, okay? So we're going to start with this bag here and do that 3 times through, okay? 3 times through. So it's going to look like this. Right front kick, 2 punches, 1, 2, okay? Back over here, it's going to be left front kick, 1, 2, okay? Another time, here we go. Right front kick, 1, 2, and then left front kick, 1, 2. Once more, here we go. Right front kick, 1, 2. Left front kick, 1, 2. Okay. All right, so that's what we're after. So I see that my bags are getting away from me, so I'm going to scoot them in a little bit closer. Okay, and this bag also. Okay, now we're going to add 2 more punches to this. Okay, so same routine, but then after we finish the 2 punches, I want you to throw a right hook and a left hook. Okay, so that's right front kick and then right, left, right hook, left hook. Okay, all right, here we go. Right front kick, right, left, right hook, left hook. 3 times through, here we go. This is going to be left front kick followed by 2 punches. It'll be a left, left hook, right hook. Okay, we're going to do that same scheme 2 times through. All right, here we go. Right front kick, right, left, right hook, left hook. This is going to be a left front kick, 1, 2, left hook, right hook. Once more, here we go. This is going to be right front kick, right jab, right hook, left hook. Now, we're going to come back over here, do that same thing, left front kick, left, right, left hook, right hook. Okay, good. We got it together. Okay, now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start in that, you remember we did that plie squat during the flexibility routine? That's what we're gonna start with, okay? So we're gonna start in the downward plie position, both hands on the ground, either in front of you or to the side or behind you, whatever you want, and then push up from there, and then come up, and then I want you to throw two punches, a left over here, and then a right over here before you get back into that plie squat position again, okay? So we're gonna do that 6 times through, okay? Starting in a plie squat, one left jab, right jab, go back into the plie position, up again, left jab, down again, up, left, right. We're gonna do that 6 times through, okay? Here we go. We're gonna start in this plie position. Remember, feet are out. So after you throw 2 jabs, I want you to get back into this plie position. That's where we're gonna start. All right, so plie position here. Gloves are on the mat or on the floor. Come up, 1 jab, right jab, down again. Up, left, right, back down, up, left, right. 3 down, 3 to go. Up again. Left jab, right jab. Plie. Up again. 1, 2. Last one. Down into the plie position. Up, left, right. Okay. Good, good. So that's a good way to start that plie squat position. Okay. So now we're going to do 6 more plie squats, but we're going to do it with the next 6 that we're going to do is going to be with 2 left jabs and 2 right jabs. Same scheme, the only thing we're adding is 2 jabs instead of 1, okay? So we're going to get your left jab to working really well, repetitive fashion. Remember, the first jab is going to be kind of sloppy. The second jab is going to be much harder because that left arm is going to pull itself all the way to the shoulder and then drive it just like a machine gun straight out in front, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 6 of these like we did before, except 2 left jabs and 2 right jabs after you get up from that plie position. All right, ready? Here we go. Here we go. We're going to go down, get into the plie position, and up. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Down again. And up. Plie position. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down again. And up. To the side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Back down into the plie position. Up again. To the side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Coming back down. Last one, guys. Here we go. Up. To the side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Good. Okay. So now we came off of that plie position. So here's what I want you to do next. Okay. So we're going to be backing up. Okay. We're going to be backing up at each point. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Okay. Okay, so I want you to start with your back to these bags, okay? So you're going to be throwing, you're going to start with 1 back fist, okay? And each time you go from this bag to that bag, I want you to go backward, okay? So the first one is going to be 1 back fist with the right hand, right back fist. And then we're going to turn around and walk this way, backward, and then to 2 back fists. Okay, remember to reach that